Governor Pritzker and several Illinois Democratic members of Congress want federal legislation to protect reproductive health, including abortions.
The push comes after Texas's heartbeat law went into effect. Eric Rung, live for us in Aurora now with more on this developing story. Eric.
Well, good morning. There is just a small group out in front of the Planned Parenthood here in Aurora right now. But when the governor and members of Congress showed up here, there was a large and very vocal group of anti-abortion demonstrators.
I think the Supreme Court's going to overturn Roe v. Wade, and I think this issue is going to be returned to the states, to the people, which is where it belongs. It's going to be a hard battle to transform Illinois into a pro-life state, but that's what we're going to work to do.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Now, inside, Governor Pritzker and 3 Illinois Democratic members of Congress threw their support behind the Women's Health Protection Act. It's expected to come up for a vote in the House next week. It would federally protect a woman's right to choose if approved by the Senate and signed by the president. In 2019, the state of Illinois passed a law that would ensure the right to choose regardless if Roe v. Wade is ultimately overturned by the Supreme Court. The Democratic members of Congress say they can't wait for the courts, especially after the Supreme Court allowed a Texas law known as SB 8 to go into effect. It essentially bans abortion after 6 weeks, a time frame in which many women don't know that they are pregnant. It also provides no exception for rape or incest. Now, the director of Planned Parenthood of Illinois said that since the bill has gone into effect, they have seen a number of women from Texas come to Illinois for reproductive health here in Illinois. Now, of course, one of the co-sponsors was here, Congresswoman Lauren Underwood. She is one of the co-sponsors of that bill making its way to the House floor.
Politicians should not be making deeply personal medical decisions for somebody else.
Now, the Department of Justice is challenging that Texas law, all while Republican-led states, many of them are looking to enact their own laws that are similar to that Texas law. We are live in Aurora. I'm Eric Rung, WGN News.